Would have how many inhabitants?
It's designed to accommodate 150,000 people here. Phase 1. Phase up to phase 3 will accommodate.
How many? You went up to how many phases? This is phase 1.
All this is phase 1. What we did, the handover was in small phase.
When Kilamba is now complete, there's no more construction going on. It's complete now. This is the city. You hand it over to the administrative authorities of Kilamba. How many inhabitants would stay in Kilamba?
When completed?
Yes. And all the phases are
450,000 residents. In fact, I must say that we start already the phase 2. These two projects of 5,000 each of social housing, they are already in the phase 2. So that is a contract for 24 months that will only finish in 2040. And this one, phase 1, will be finished this year.
Now, I think if I understand it well, the housing and the apartments are not free. They are for sale. Now, if a rich man comes and says, I want to buy 10 apartments and let us sell it, is that allowed?
No. The minister can say that because
otherwise, rich people would capitalize and then sell it later.
The government is aware of that, and there is lots of policies to prevent it.
This is why we had a registration process where we have a control of all these aspects. So because it's very important to cover the major part of the population and provide them the assistance of the government for that proposal.
Okay, because are you going to allow somebody to buy more than one apartment? Because if you do that, like somebody, like in the Gambia, we have a problem where if the government has something to sell which is cheaper than the market, people will want to buy and then let us sell it. So
this type of thing will not be allowed, and we have a control of registration of the people.
We are all Africans. This will be very, very difficult.
After the tour of the facility, the Gambian leader shared his impression with the authorities and later with the Angolan press.
Greatly inspired by the very innovative African ideology of modernization for the betterment of our people. We will leave this place not only inspired, but with pride that an African government and country has taken the bold step of building a new city, not based on European, but African ideas of a new city. We congratulate as well as wish you all the best, every success. We are proud of you. Bravo, Angola.
Thank you.
Sr. Presidente, nós queríamos saber com que impressão é que fica depois dessa visita.
Your Excellency, they would like to know your impression for this short visit you have made here.
First of all, I want to say thank you to my dear brother and friend, His Excellency President dos Santos.
Obrigado. De tudo que ele vai fazer primeiro, deu a obrigação a Deus, que ele faz chegar aqui, e depois vai chegar muito obrigado para o Sr. Excelência Presidente da República da Angola, que vai chegar aqui.
The government and the people of Angola for the warm and brotherly welcome and hospitality extended to us since our arrival.
Pela hospitalidade, o governo angolano que deu a ele, e nós que estamos aqui, a delegação, ele está muito contente sobre isso.
He asked about my impression coming here. I'm a very competitive person. Wherever I go, when I see something good, I want it for my country. So I am greatly impressed because when you look at Africa and you look at the world, when they saw things like that, it's not anywhere in Africa, it is in the Middle East, the Gulf states. And today, Angola is saying we Africans are also capable of doing what others can do. And this is a very, very good inspiration.
Ele que está muito contente. O senhor já lhe perguntou qual é a impressão que ele tem. Ele diz a primeira coisa que ele quer dizer, ele é um presidente de swing, que tem swing. Quando ele vê uma coisa boa, gosta de fazer. Quer dizer, antigamente esses países mostravam aqui no país, assim, asiáticos, europeus, mas agora, com essa impressão, Angola está a mostrar que está a crescer e estamos junto com Angola.
And one thing that has inspired me is that when you see estates like this, new cities like this, and anywhere else, what I've learned here, which is new, is the fact that the buildings are far apart, there's a lot of space and there's a lot of green, and this is very important, and this I've not seen anywhere else except here in Angola.
Esse que é assim que ele gostou, como a verdura que estamos a ver aqui e todo o cidade está limpo, é uma boa coisa que Angola está a fazer.
I also profited from the occasion to talk to members of the Gambian community in Angola, as well as the official at the Gambia's consulate. And what do they normally do here when they come?
Well, all we are here is just on activities.
You mean the business sector?
Yeah, business sectors, 90%. We don't have anybody working on administration.
Okay, I know. Basically, if you look at it, entering business sector, of course, you need protection. And when we don't have an embassy here, how do you manage to live here? Do you find it easy?
Yeah, it's as usual, you know, because if we have the embassy, it's more precisely good for us. But we have a consulate, so we are doing our best. That's the only thing we can. We do our best to afford the Gambian citizens what they need and what they want.
Of course, I mean, Angola has always been on civil war. And during that time, too, we had Gambians here. Some people told me they were here for the past 20 years. Yeah. I mean, have you had any casualties during those times?
No, during the wars, I don't think we didn't have any casualties. But I also have been almost for 14 years. So maybe I'm one of them. Yeah, for 14 years. So we have been struggling how long? Because before we used to depend on the British embassy. But with the give back to our own consulate here, so we try to do our maximum for all the people.
How about traveling constraint? Leaving the Gambia, coming here must be very difficult. How did you find that?
No, it is very difficult actually, because the Angolans, they are a little bit difficult. Sometimes they issue the visas, but if you come up to the airport, precisely so, and they turn you back with your visa and all your papers.
And where did you get that visa from?
Okay, some visas, normally they get it from Guinea-Bissau, Abidjan, and Gabon, Botswana.
Okay, basically now, what will you want your government, the Gambia government, to do for you and for your people here? Because this is the first time the president has traveled to Angola. Yeah. And I know you may even have the opportunity to meet him. But now, if you were to meet the president on a short meeting, what will you likely tell him? What will you need the Gambia government to do for you?
Yeah, the first thing is the safety for our people. And they must have their papers work to be correct, the legalization for them. Because the immigration system here is very difficult. Even if you have your means, but if you are not legal in the country, you can't do anything. And people are faced to harass, arrest, and deportation at any time. So with all your goods, the first thing we need the president to do for us, what we are fighting for, even if we have the consulate or even if we have the embassy, he must try to collaborate with the Angolan government to ease the paperwork for our Gambian people here. That's our first hope and dream and like for all Gambians living here in Angola. Even if I have a short meeting with him, what I will emphasize to him is this. We need the paperwork, the immigration. Everybody must be legal. They must facilitate things for us. So with that means, we can try to do our best. Because the Gambians living here, they are very hardworking. Even in some of statistics, if you ask the Angolan government, we are not involved in any narcotic drugs working, not trafficking. We have any problem, they call us good people. So, but our major problem is the people don't have the papers. You can do all things at the end, nothing for you. So what we hope to, we speak on behalf of the government, people here and the government, they must assist us that for the Gambians to get legalized in this country. Yeah, that's our major hope.
Basically, if you look at it, Angola, is quite a very big country. Where do you have the Gambian concentration here? Where are they mostly staying?
Yeah, the Gambians are concentrating in two places. Here in the capital, in the mining areas, the diamond. In the mining areas in the north, mostly and south. They call it the Lunda Sul, that means south of the Lunda, and Lunda North. Yeah, the south and the north.
What's your name, sir?
Lalo Sama. Yeah.
How long in Angola?
I've been here for 6 years now.
And what do you do?
I do business.
And how